it's disturbing, really, because around this time, you want the team to focus on the game, go in there and do the job. But I have a general problem when players now have to stand up and have to fight for what is due them. I think that the players are being managed by a football association. If there is any fight, we should be seeing it from the football association. We need to isolate the players from that, put them in a bubble, let them focus on the game. The FA should give them their word that they are working on that. So we should be hearing that the GFA and the ministry are having a heated meeting over bonuses. We never hear that. It's almost as if the GFA sits aloof and are pinching players to take the initiative of that. And I think it's quite disturbing. I think the FA should be the one taking this conversation. We've got their management committee, on their ESCO, we've got a rep who basically oversees women's football as a mouthpiece for them. We never hear them around this time. Why do the players who have to focus on training have to now come up and then have to deal with this? Because if the FA is isolating the players or isolating them, the players can say, we'll train, we'll play our game, but you are managing us. I mean, you are the
kicked against it, and they've insisted that it's important, so they have to do their job.
Yeah. I mean, you're the sports editor of the Joy Sports Desk. If your team have got an issue with management will be expecting that you channel that, and you're expecting the boys to go and work.
If Lawrence goes to Morocco, I have to fight for his per diem.
You have to fight for his per diem. Lawrence doesn't care how you get the money because you're the head. I'm expecting that from the GFA. I don't think that the GFA president and the ministry going to meet the girls over the money is the right way to go. I want to see the GFA president going to the ministry to go and demand those things. The problem, however, is they want to be politically correct. They don't want to be the ones having to confront the ministry because they don't want to fracture relationships. But you're asking these girls to lose focus of what is really important to then fight for that. And I think that's the wrong place to start. Again, I'm never a big fan of anybody. It doesn't matter whether it's under 18, under 20, under 15, under 2, under 1, under 0, under -10. Who's a national team sports person or on national team assignment who would boycott it or hold a country to ransom when it's got a duty to be done. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of the ladies saying they're not going to train or they're not going to train. Maybe then even boycott the game. When a Black Star did it in 2014, I chastised that behavior and character. And in 2025, I'm not going to change my mind on that. I think that when you turn up in the national team with all the challenges that comes with it, the primary job must be done. I think most of the other things comes with the job that is to be done. But that also speaks to a peculiar problem we've got in Ghana. And the fact that women's football is still very lacking, And I can understand the frustration of the ladies. Because the Black Stars came to town, they played their World Cup qualifiers, and we've not had any issues on bonuses, right? And the ministry has been silent on why, when it comes to men's football, the Black Stars, let's not say men's football, because even under 23, under 20 for men also struggle for bonuses.
To be fair, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So just also, Black Stars.
So just Black Stars.
Because under 20s from Egypt, our first team, have still not been paid.
They've still not been paid.
Bonuses, per diems.
And even under 17s who qualified for the AFCON recently.
Yes, absolutely. So it is not necessarily the Black Queens or women football that is having the issue, and that is why I want to put that clearly.
Any team other than Black Stars.
It's any team other than the Black Stars, and that is why all the other teams are getting frustrated. But even more so the Queens, because they are the equivalent of the Black Stars from the women's side. So if you can get that down for the Black Stars, why not them? And the ministry didn't necessarily clarify why it is easy to get the money for the Black Star players, no matter how expensive it is, and how it is difficult to get the money for the Black Queens when we know that it's not even 10% of what the Black Stars earn or amount of money they use when they are in town. So it's frustrating. And so we need to find a way to deal with these things. But then again, look, the whole conversation about the minister asking the ladies not to play, to leave the camp if they're not going to play, I think the minister spoke. Yeah. We've not necessarily heard from the ladies who were in the meeting. We've heard the rumors. They've not come out to confirm it. Before we came on air, a statement was released by the Ghana Football Association debunking that notion that the minister had said that. And if the minister had said that, I would be very disappointed. But the fact that now issues and statements are coming out that he didn't say that means that something can still be salvaged, the relationship can still be salvaged, and maybe then he can go in and work and get the girls what is due them. But it is the long-term thing that we do about this situation that, for me, it's important. They can pay these ladies today, they can pay them tomorrow, but I guarantee you that when another team, other than the Black Stars, or another team in any other discipline of sports goes to another competition or qualifies us to any other majors, they'll still be coming back to this place. We need to find a finality to how we fund our national teams, how we pay these monies, and then get the players to focus on what the job is.
Brilliantly put.
I think we are all looking forward to maybe the players speaking. But then again, we have to go back to somewhere 2016 when some of these players who turned up to be very active and be very loud in some of these matters were victimized.
Yeah.
I can speak to the case of someone like Elizabeth Adu Amapeli, who has been victimized over some of the. It is one thing that puts the fear in some of these girls to come out.
You barely spoke about friendly matches. It wasn't even competitive.
Exactly.
That's why I have a problem with the FA not fronting this, because we've got history. It's not only football, even in athletics. How many athletes have we not had in this country complain? When they speak, they know that their careers are done.
They get in trouble.
So the association needs to protect these players. They have a genuine concern. They won bronze. Ghana had not been to the WAFCON for so long. What they did was historic, right? And then they come back, their monies are being owed them, their per diems have to be settled by the FA according to Lawrence's report. So the FA now needs to front.
That's not the FA's duty.
It's not the FA's duty, but they have to step in. So I'm saying that in this case, step in as well. Just get the girls...
Calm the waters.
Get the girls to focus on the job that is to be done. Because at the end of the day, they've now agreed to go and play. But the 2 or 3 training sessions that they've missed, will it come costly?
If it's against Egypt, it might not be. But against a much tougher opposition,
Absolutely,
the situation could play out differently.